4.5 years ago, when the Ioniq 5 first went on sale in the US, one of its biggest selling points was the fact that it was one of the first mainstream vehicles to offer vehicle-to-load capability via this, a vehicle-to-load adapter, which plugs into the car's charge port and you can output up to 1800 watts of power for whatever you need. Now, what's really crazy is that when I bought this vehicle-to-load adapter in I think February, March of 2022, I paid almost $500 for this. It was absurd, but I wanted to get one so I could share the experience with you here on the Ioniq Guy. With that stupidly high price point, it was out of a lot of people's reach for quite a while. It's come down a lot in price since then. You can find it for around $300 or less from the dealerships, or you can even buy them used on eBay now for less than $200. But the market has matured and there's competition now. And just the other day, I was perusing Amazon to see what was available, and I found this. And you want to know how much this vehicle-to-load adapter costs? Right now it's on sale for $32, and that is what I paid. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at this, the AFI vehicle-to-load adapter. I'm going to take it apart, see what the insides look like, and I'm going to see if it's capable of charging another EV from my Ioniq 5. So if you want to find out if $30 can compete with $300, stay tuned. So yeah, I was shocked when I was scrolling through listings on Amazon and I found this. Obviously, it retails for more than $30, but it's seemed to be perpetually on sale since I bought it. Now, just looking at it side by side with the Hyundai official vehicle-to-load adapter, the size difference is stark. This thing is much more compact. It weighs a lot less. Let me throw them on the scale right now. The AFI is 11.5 ounces. Hyundai's is 24.1 ounces, so more than double. This is very solidly built. It's very high quality, but on first blush, for $30, there's really nothing wrong with it. It's got a nice silicone cover for the J1772 end. I have not seen this available with a NACS connector, but if you did want to use it with a 2025, you can just use your NACS to J1772 adapter, pop it in, and then plug it into the charge port. You can get the Hyundai official vehicle-to-load adapter with a NACS connector now. This has been available since the 2025 Ioniq 5, first one on sale. It is connected, so you're not going to lose it. The latch sounds good, nice and clicky. The locking mechanism itself is all plastic, so unlike Hyundai's, which is cast aluminum, this one is plastic. So that's a downgrade, but really not that big of a deal. The back end here, the business end, where you're going to plug in your electrical device. This, unlike Hyundai's, is unidirectional. So on Hyundai's, you can put a cord in either this orientation or you can flip it 180 degrees and put it in that orientation. Here, it's fixed in this one orientation. It is kind of using the top of the housing as a little shroud to prevent water from getting into the outlet. What's nice about Hyundai's is that after you plug something in, you can run the cord out the end here, and then you really don't have to worry about any debris or liquid getting in here if you're using it outside in the rain or something. The cover latches, stays shut. It even has a little hole right here on the latch mechanism so that if you want to lock it to make sure nobody can pull it out from your charge port, you can. You just slip a little lock through there and you're good to go. There's absolutely no branding on here whatsoever. There's a bunch of these on Amazon that all look the same. I presume they're all coming out of the same factory. People are just buying them and putting their own brand on it and selling it for whatever price they want to. They're probably buying them for dirt cheap. I mean, if this is $30, they're probably getting it for $10 to $15. So I did test this out to see if it is capable of charging another EV. Hyundai's is because it has a bonded ground, so it grounds to the car's chassis, and an EV charger needs to see a ground path or it will not activate. So unfortunately, I can't say that this is capable of charging another EV. If that's important to you, you're going to want to avoid this. But I plugged my mom's Kona electric into this with her level 1 charger, and it would not activate. There's also other electrical devices that are going to require a ground path to operate properly, so bear that in mind if that is something that you are going to need. Now, unlike the Hyundai vehicle-to-load adapter and some others, this does not have any switching on it. So on Hyundai's, you have a little power switch on the end. So when you plug this into the charge port, it's not activated until you press that button, which is actually a nice feature because with the AFI, when you plug this in, it immediately activates vehicle to load. and it's just going to run. So there's no way for it to know that you're actually actively using a device or not. So let's crack this open on my workbench and take a look and see how it looks on the inside. All right, so pretty simple, as would be expected. Looks like you've got your typical resistors you would see in here for a vehicle to load adapter. Here's the button. It does look like it is weather sealed. There's a gasket around the button there that goes into the housing, so that's a nice sign. Everything has heat shrink tubing on it, 125 degrees C insulation on the conductors. That is also nice. But overall, I am pretty impressed with the build quality here for the price. For 30 bucks, if you are not going to be using this every single day of your life, just for that rare occurrence where you're camping and want to plug a portable coffee maker in a power outage, you want to plug your refrigerator in, I think it's fair to say that this might be good enough for those use cases. If you're camping every weekend using your vehicle to load adapter, I still think you would be much better off buying the higher quality Hyundai official vehicle to load adapter. This thing is much higher quality. It's going to last a lot longer. You're going to pay a premium, but I think the build quality here and just the nice improvements like the power switch, the latching cover for the outlet, the dual orientation outlet, I think those all kind of make up for that added cost. But for 30 bucks, I think this might be a good buy for the majority of people. So yeah, if you're interested in purchasing this, I will leave a link in the description below to the listing on Amazon. If you're looking for some other accessories for your Hyundai, Kia, or Genesis EV, be sure to check out my store at ioniqguy.com for all sorts of cool accessories, including the automatic door locking device, which will automatically lock your doors after all of them are shut and you walk away. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.